Hey guys, Linus Tools here, and today we're going to be doing a ratchet rebuild on this old Snap-on GM-70-M USA ratchet. This is a quarter drive, and it is a 30 tooth. Snap-on sent me out a full rebuild kit for it, so let's get right into it. Phillips 0 screws on here. Come on. That was tight, that one. So one thing I know with these older ratchets is we're going to have to grind off the pin that holds the selector to the pawl to be able to disassemble it to fully rebuild it. It's full of some super lube in there. I checked it out. The teeth on the ratchet are messed up. So I'm going to do a couple edits in this video. We're going to jump back once I clean the grease up, and we'll see what's going on. Okay guys, so where we're at now, we've got most of the grease cleaned out of there. I'm going to hit this with some brake clean and whatnot, get it right perfect. And then we're going to get into this guy. Get this open real quick, take a look at what parts we have. We're just going to stick them in a magnet tray so we don't lose anything. Let's see our little spring there. There we go. So, here's our parts. Give you a little tube of super lube. We have another one over there if we need it. There's your little ball retainer, the spring, your anvil and gear. That's your selector switch, your pawl, and screws. Okay, so I'll come back when we have an idea of what we're doing with this. Okay guys, so what I did is I just took this file here and started filing the top of that, and once it was looking like it was getting close, I bent up on the selector side. It's very soft metal, and now I'm just bending the other side here, and I believe this is going to come right off. Just like that. So there's what we're left with. Now that should just come right out. There we go. I see our ball. Put it in our old parts container. There's the ball. And the spring is down in there. So, I'll come back in just a minute. So we got our spring out. I just used some tweezers. Pulled that out. And it's real nasty down in here. So I'm going to get this cleaned up real nice. And we'll get back to it when we're starting to put new parts in. Alright, thanks guys. Hey guys, we're back. Ratchet's looking a lot better inside. It's definitely not perfect, but I'm going to call it good enough. Went over the whole thing with the wire wheel, cleaned up the best I could inside. I used this little attachment here, this little green sort of abrasive, and the Dremel rotary tool, and a little bit of this more aggressive one just on the sides here, and then we went through it with some 320 grit sandpaper just to make sure it's nice and smooth. Blew it out with compressed air and brake clean, and it's ready to go. So let's start assembling this guy back up. I'm gonna keep my gloves off here. Let's get right to it. So the only part we need to reuse is the back plate, and that needs a bit more cleaning up. That's the last thing to go in. So let's have a look here at our parts. Our new screws are slotted, not Phillips. There's our pawl. And our square end is the end that comes up. Sorry if you couldn't see that. So there. So it looks like this one doesn't use a pull-on ball bearing. You can see there it's a inside the spring set like that. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to crack open this little thing of super lube. And just get a small amount of lube on this spring. Just about like that. Just a little bit on there. And we're gonna get this guy put in. Sorry if you can't see, I can barely see myself. Okay. So just laying in there, we'll take the tweezers. Get in there. No, don't do that. There we are. So then, here's our new selector lever. Right there. Let's have a look here. No, Doc from Last Best Tool, he made a little specialty tool for this. I don't know if we're going to need that or not. We'll see, though. So let's just see here. Can I get this to come in, push down? Come on. What I got going on here? Now, if this doesn't work pretty soon, I'll go and see what Doc from Last Best Tool did. That is a square post, so we do want that at the top. Let's come in like that. What's happening here? Where did we just get it? I don't know if you guys can see that, the ball bearing is sort of catching up. Right here. Let's get a little bit more lube down in there. Let's see, try again. Correct orientation. Okay, buddy. Come on. Be a good boy. Come on. Oh, you little son. Okay. Well, can you guys see that ball bearing right down in there? Just doesn't want to behave. And what, it's just sort of jamming up the whole ordeal here because of that. Maybe if we pull backwards. Does that work? Come on, buddy. Well, it is a pain. That's for sure. I can't quite remember what Doc made to make this easier. Oh, jeez, I don't want to. One good thing is, compared to the spring that's in there, this spring is a lot less springy, so there's a less chance of it going flying. Where's some real wood? Over here. Knock on that wood. Particle board will not do, guys, when you need to knock on wood. Just putting that out there. What the heck? Oh, now I know what Doc did to get that in there. He used a little tool he fashioned up. Something similar to the likes of this. Well, not similar, but it did the same job. Oh, this could be catastrophic. We'll come back in a few minutes, guys. We'll see where we're at. Thanks. Okay, guys, so I went and rewatched Doc from Last Best Tools video, and funny enough, I had some 12-gauge wire, not solid core, but stranded, and trying to recreate his tool here, and we're going to see if this works. Pull my glove off here. And I think Doc might just be a genius. This wire's a bit thicker. Sorry about that. Doc, you madman. There we go. Now, hold that in there. Stay there. And our pawl is in. Look at that. Awesome. I will link Last Best Tool Doc's video in the description. Here's just a little look at the tool. It's just flattened out some 12-gauge wire. Just push that in there, and that's to hold down the spring with the ball. So I can slip that in there, slip it in, get the tension right, pull it out, push it in. There we go. Awesome, awesome. So, next, this guy goes in like that. Just be careful and make sure everything works. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, I need to clean up the bottom plate, get that back on, peen that guy over, and we will be good to go. So we'll catch up with you in a minute. Okay guys, so where we're at now, the selector switch is in, the pawl is in, the gear is in, the screws are in, they're tight. So all we have to do is peen over the back of the switch so it does not fall out. I'm just going to do that here in the back of my vise. Just going to grab a little punch of some sort. It's a bit big. I know we'll have one here. Does this do the trick? Well, we have a modified punch here. This is an old drill bit with a tip on it. I think that'll do nicely. Just give this a couple taps. That worked nicely. Not sure I'd recommend something such pointy. It sort of wanted to split the metal, but we got it in there. It's not coming out. You can see it wanted to split, but it's nice and flat now. Selector works as intended. Let's hear the ratchet. Oh, we binding? Why are we binding? Are too tight? There we go. I think it's just got to wear in a bit. Get used to its new home. Turn the heater off here and you guys can hear. Pretty nice sounded for 30 teeth. Let's see if we can tighten that back up now. It's a bit tight. It's like one side's tighter than the other. Well, we'll play with it, see how it breaks in. If not, I'll let Snappy know I need a brand new ratchet, but it's working nice like that. Throw a socket on real quick. Nice snap-on detent. Nice. Looking good. Back into use. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Again, Last Place Tools video will be linked down in the description if you need to do this for yourself. Get information from 2 sources, get all the knowledge before you jump into this. It's a bit tricky, but it is definitely doable. Again, thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and all the good stuff. We'll see you next time. Take it easy.